So, first and foremost, we give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua. So, we're going to start with Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. So, in America, everybody knows that we be getting done dirty. We be getting killed. We be getting oppressed. We be getting, we're at the bottom of society, right? And this was all in the Bible.
This is Genesis 25, verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
Let's start at verse 23.
Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right? So this is talking about Rebecca. Rebecca was having pains in her stomach. And so she prayed to the Lord, and the Lord said, there are 2 manner of people in thy belly. This is very key. Let's keep reading.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So there was twins in our room, right? And they're about to give a description of what these kids look like, right? Let's keep going.
And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
So Esau, the Bible gives a description of Esau. He said he was red and hairy. So now let's correlate this to now. What group of people tend to have the tint of red and tend to be more hairy? Caucasians. When you see if you see an actual baby birth, right? The baby's crying, he's screaming, right? And a lot of times they turn very red. So that's how you know, and that's how it's an indicator that this Esau is according to the is correlation to the Caucasians, right? Let's keep reading.
And after that came his brother, out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
So we can't just overpass that. Why didn't they give a description for Jacob? Because it was already known that Jacob looked common. He was just the Israelites. We know they were black, right? So they didn't have to add a description for Jacob. Let's keep going.
And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Okay, let's go to Genesis 37. 27 verse 38. Now these are the blessings that Esau got.
This is Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Right? So, Jacob, right? He got his blessings already, right? So Jacob is asking Isaac his father, Esau is asking Isaac his father for blessings. And let's see what the blessings Esau got.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
So that's one of Esau's blessings. His descendants' blessings is that they're going to have the fatness of the earth. In 2023, if we look around, who has the fatness of the earth? Who's all the CEOs in America? Who's in the Forbes list 100, right? If you look at all the billionaires in the world, what race are they? It's all white people. This was a blessing that was on Esau and his descendants. They got the fatness of the earth. Let's keep reading.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
It says Esau not only will have the fatness of the earth, but that man will live by the sword. What is a modern day sword? It's a gun.
Right.
What you see the white boys, they got their whole arsenals. They got their AK-47s, they flexing. They got, I remember the story. I was 13 years old, right? I was walking with my friend, right? We was walking in this rich neighborhood, right? And don't do this, it's stupid. But a stranger came up and was like, hey, y'all want to see something? And we was like, okay. So we went and he brought out a military-grade sniper. A military-grade sniper. He flexed to us. And he was Esau. Who does that? Jake don't just got sniper rifles like that. I'm thinking, like, what scenario is coming where you need a sniper? That's only Esau. And bro, he was all proud about it too. He said, yeah, y'all see this, bro? It was crazy. But that's Esau. He lives by the sword. Let's see other things that he did. The Native Americans, right? Esau pretended to be at peace with him, and then he broke in his covenants. He killed all of them, right? He used the sword to slaughter, almost genocide them. Natives it was a whole genocide that the white man committed because he lives by the sword.
This is Psalms 55, verse 20.
Bring it out.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Kind. It says, but yet were they drawn swords. And that's why people keep falling out. When we trust the white men, can we get Sirach 12 and 10? Never trust our enemy. When we trust the white men, we fail. When we let the white men into our society, they overcompass us. Mighty officer was talking about this in his lesson today, right? He was in a phone call. He was saying how every time we let Esau right by us, he overthrows us. If you want to go talk on that.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never what?
Never trust thine enemy. For like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So, iron, right? Iron just naturally going to rust. So just as Esau, he might seem like he's cool, but then more you be around him, and over time you'll figure out that he's really a wicked man. You'll figure out that he really does live by the sword. You realize that he will break the covenant at people that be at peace with us. You know what I'm saying? And let's go back to that Genesis 27 verse 38. Start from the top, Baba Kisha. And then can we get Psalms Malachi 83? Psalms 83. Baba Kisha. And then your call, can we get Job 9:24?
I got Genesis.
Oh, come on.
This is Genesis 27, verse 38.
Yeah.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Right. So that was all the blessings that Esau got, and those blessings are still actively visible in 2023. Now let's go to
That's all right. 9, they go read that never trust our enemy too.
can my brother get that?
It's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right? It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? So it says this is what the wicked is going to do. And who does it sound like today, right? Who's the one that repainted Christ as white? Who's the one that took, I believe it was it Leonardo DiCaprio that Leonardo da Vinci. It's cold out, y'all. Mercy. They repainted the paintings white when they're black. They cover these people are wicked. They covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? Let's get that Sirach 9.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. As near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor, and consult with the wise.
So it said, what did it say about the snares?
It says, remember that thou goest in the midst of snares.
So we got to remember that we go in the midst of snares, meaning they got traps set up for us to fail all the time. And people think that's not a real thing. A lot of people that ain't from the hood won't understand that they actually literally have traps set up for us to fall into. Right? We have traps set up for us to, you know, they might have a whole a bike sitting out to where it looks tempting, like ain't nobody around, ain't nobody been around for days for this bike. Let me just go grab it. Who knows? It might be any type of thing where they got a truck full of guns that they brought up in your neighborhood just to give out for free. Right? And then the next thing you know, you locked up in jail behind it. So, and you already ain't got nothing in the hood anyway. So you ain't got nothing and you ain't got nothing to do. So you end up behind prison bars, behind something that they set up a trap for you. They literally got videos of police officers setting up traps for black people in the hood. Right? So they set traps up for you. But you got more on that too.
So this is Psalm 64, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Just like the cat was going into, like you see old episodes of Cops where they set up the box cars with electronics in it. That's a snare. They set up those snares for our people.
Yeah, they said, Malachi, if you could read that again, Baba Kishai. It says, stand not close to him that have power to kill.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
Now let's see in 2023, who are those men? Who are men in 2024? Thank you. Who is man, I feel like an old man. Old people do that. I don't know why I do that. In 2024, who does that? Elon Musk. I wouldn't want to be around him. Jeff Bezos. You know, everybody wants to be around these men, but they got power to kill.
Not just that, but it be the common man too. It be the simple man, the police officers. It be the little Edomite, the little white Edomite man that got the power to kill and get away with it. They can literally get away with killing us. And this is not news to black people. This is not news. Like, it might be a news to somebody else, but according to black folks, so-called African Americans, this ain't news. This ain't nothing new. They know that they can shoot and gun us down in the street and get away with it, get off. They can go get paid leave. They can come up in your house and see that you are sleeping and you're unarmed and shoot you and murder you. They can see that you're in your car asleep and gun you down. You are asleep in your car and gun you down and get away with it. Hey, the Bible again say never trust thy enemy. You got to know who your enemy is and stop trusting.
Okay.
This is Zechariah 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Okay, just what nation of people, I mean, it's not, just look around, what nation of people does this happen to? Like, you can talk about it, you can talk about it on the news, you can talk about it, these things happening, but when it comes to the scriptures, no, that ain't right. That ain't what that's talking about. That ain't y'all.
It's actually clear as day that we go through these curses. So let's finish that Sirach. If that was all that was on it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares,
and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
It says, knowest that thou goest in the way of snares, right? I think in Proverbs it says, a wise man will see the danger and hide himself, right? We got to understand what snares that they set up for us. You got the strip club, I consider that a snare. The marijuana stores, that's a snare. You got people, the cops hiding and behind bushes. You got all these snares, man. So we got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments to be preserved from those snares.
Right. Did you get down to 16?
Verse 14. As near as thou canst, guess at thy neighbor, and consult with the wise. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High. And let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glorying be in the fear of the Lord.
That's fire. It says, eat and drink with just men. Y'all gotta remember, it's not it. Everybody wants to be around these rappers, want to be around these Atlanta people that selling drugs to their people. No, it says eat and drink with just people. You know, you gotta humble down and find God. Go to the house, the sanctuaries that the Most High God provided for our nation, which are the Hebrew Israelites.
Right. Hey, so like at the beginning of that scripture, it said that you may not doubt. A lot of times when you're around people that that kill people, or a police officer can gun you down by any minute, you're in doubt for your life. You're like, damn, is he gonna kill me? Because I know he can get away with it. I know all he got to do is say that I did this, and they're gonna take his word for it. You're not supposed to be around people that you are doubting whether or not you should be around. You shouldn't be in that doubt. You shouldn't be fearing them.
And people break that street code all the time in the court system. You think you with a brother that won't betray you, and then he betrays you.
This is Psalms, chapter 10, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth wait secretly as a lion in the den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he hath drawn him into his net.
And that goes with he lives by the sword. You gotta remember, Esau is a crafty hunter. He's a man of the field. So just as he hunts a deer, is the same way that he'll hunt a black man. They got whole councils on us how to destroy our people. That's a cunning hunter. Let's go to Psalms 83, Bakashah.
Book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy
what?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They said, let us cut them off from being a nation. That is what your enemies are thinking about you right now. That's why they got these Planned Parenthoods. That was the evil crafts. They got the what else? They got what's that WIC system for single mothers. They got benefits for what's it? Section 8. And this all goes back to that Willie Lynch letter that we all have read, right? They said they had to take the man and make him docile. The whole goal was to effeminize that man and emasculate the woman. They broke up the household. That's the crafty counsel that these nations are having against us. You don't see other nations having the father out of the household. Show me in China where there's baby mamas and baby daddies in China. Show me where Arabs have baby mamas and baby daddies. But no, it's common and it's actually promoted in our community. Let's keep reading on that 83.
For they have, verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of who?
The tabernacles of Edom.
Right. So we know that Edom is Esau. So it says the tabernacles of Esau. What we have proved, that we just proven, was the white man. They are our enemies. Let's keep on.
And the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarians, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kazan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth.
See, this is what I don't understand about Christianity, right? Christianity would just say, oh, everybody gotta love each other, right? When out through antiquity, they have hated and killed us.
Right.
Like, is God not gonna get his get back at all? They thinking Christianity teaches that there's no recompense to what the Negro, the Hispanic, and the Native Americans go through.
Right.
It's just God forgot about all of it. It says that was a bunch of nations planning on killing us, and they're not going to get recompense. Let's go to 2 Ezra 6 and 9, because our turn to rule is coming soon.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth.
So it says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is that followeth. And this is prophecy. We're gonna rule next. We got our turn next from the white man. The white man been ruling and killing the earth, but when the judgment comes, it's gonna be a whole reverse, a role reverse.
Here we go, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
Okay.
I think the whole one getting.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's go out here, y'all.
The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation. Say, or read it one more time.
Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, so God's definitely gonna get his lick back. That's a pending judgment that's gonna be upheld upon Esau. Let's go to Obadiah. Let's really start at 1. But let's get that Romans 3 and 3.
Hey, since you're going to Obadiah, he gonna use his people to get his lick back with. The nation of Israel is going to be used to trouble the other nations.
That's
because,
right.
Hey, in Isaiah chapter 14.
Yep. Can we get that, Bob? Your call? Yep. Let's get Romans 3 and 3.
This is Romans 3, verse 3.
Bring it out.
For what if some did not believe?
So what if some people say, you know what? I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you that the stuff that my ancestors did that I'm gonna pay for, right? I don't believe that. You guys are crazy. Let's keep reading.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Right.
God forbid.
So God forbid means hell no. So it doesn't matter. It says, read it one more time.
For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Just because they don't think tribulation and destruction is coming to America, is that gonna stop the plagues, the famine, the earthquakes, the things, the prophecies? Are they gonna stop just because people don't believe?
God forbid.
Hell no. Right? So let's get that Obadiah 1.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
It said, pride has deceived thee. That is so true, man. It is going to be such, the easiest way to knock out somebody is when they're not prepared, right? It is going to be such a beautiful sight to see Esau just get destroyed and not even know. You see the military and the troops, they said, what's that say? Pride or something.
I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah, but they're proud to be American, right? We have so much faith and we have so much pride that we're the best, that we can't be taken down, that nobody can take down America, right? Our pride has blinded, their pride has blinded them. Let's keep going.
It say, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring thee down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Hey, so can I touch on?
Yeah.
You had touched on pride there earlier, and like I was going into last week, I said that Esau don't have nothing. The white man don't have nothing to change. He has no reason to change. Like, he's going to continue being the devil that he is, because there's nobody, he feels there's nobody greater than him to make him change. He can continue to keep robbing the lands, the other nations of their heritage, their gold, and their finances. He can continue to keep robbing and stealing the black American culture that we don't even have. He can continue to steal. He can continue to steal the rap music, the rap industry, and make all of the rappers feel horrible about what they're doing to their people. He can continue to keep doing the horrible things that he's doing on the earth, because there's nobody that can stop him. Who's going to stop him from doing it? Who's going to stop him from persecuting and rape, robbing, murdering the earth? Who's going to do it? They have no reason to change, man. Or they feel like they have no reason to change. But little do they know, it's already written out from the beginning that they're going to be destroyed.
So it says Edom, the tabernacles of Edom. So just to prove that Edom is Esau, let's get Genesis 36 verse 1.
This is Genesis 36, verse 1.
No.
Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Who is what?
Who is Edom?
Who is what?
Who is Edom?
So Esau is Edom. Now let's keep going.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5.
No.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers came by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
So it says, even the robbers, would they not leave something? Even the grape gatherers, right? That go to the field and gather grapes. Don't they even leave some grapes? Like Esau, he doesn't. Esau will grab all the grapes and then burn everything. That he literally takes every single thing. Let's keep going.
Nice lucky. And he'll make a device to pick up the shit on the ground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, I can't believe all this. I left this many grapes on the ground.
Right.
He'll invent a device to get all that out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the same
That's
thing.
how Esau is.
You got Esau that absolutely took everything away from us and still taxing us. He won't leave us nothing. Everything. We got nothing left, and he still is requiring us to get more and more to him. He wants your blood.
Yeah, that's the purpose.
And let's go to let's keep reading on that.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
That is what Esau has in store for him. That's what he has to look forward to. The Lord says, shall I not do that? Our Lord is a righteous Lord. He's going to recompense he's exact in his judgments. So he's going to recompense the evil that Esau has done to his chosen people. Right? Let's keep reading.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
So Esau got a target on his back. He said, thou should have not celebrated on the destruction, the day of destruction for Jerusalem. They was always there and always celebrating when we was falling. Till this day, the black man's falling and the white man's celebrating. The Lord remembers it. It says, the Bible says, remember the days of old. Our people should be angry at the white men, should be mad about oppression. But you got Jake loving the white man and inviting him to the cookout and dancing with the white man and thinking everything's a joke. That's how perverse and how backward our society is. We love our enemies and hate our brothers. Man, Esau did a good job. He's a perfect devil.
This is Genesis 27, verse 41.
Bring it up.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
So Esau, this is spiritual because, like my captain, DeBar says, he says, even white people don't even know why they hate black people so much. It's because it's in you. It's all spiritual, right? Let's keep reading.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Then he will do what?
Slay my brother Jacob.
It says, that's the spirit, same spirit that the white man's rolling in today. He said, man, I'm going to slay my brother Jacob. And Esau in 2024 is still slaying his brother Jacob. Right? Let's go on Obadiah. Anybody got a scripture? Isaiah 14. Oh.
The book of Obadiah, verse 15.
Bring it out.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon mine holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
It says the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. Now let's get Isaiah 14. Let's see what that's gonna look like, man. Let's see what Esau got in store for us.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, from the top, and it reads, For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
So, okay, when Christians hear this, they'll be like, see, we're going to be with you in the kingdom, big boy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be buddies in the kingdom, man. Hey, man, you know, I knew God would forgive our ancestors, right? Let's keep reading.
And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
They're going to be servants and handmaids to us. That shows you that's not equality. They're not going to be buddies with us. They're not going to be on the same level. They're going to be our servants and handmaids. Let's keep going.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
They shall rule over who?
Their oppressors.
We're going to be ruling over oppression. This should be something that this is what we have faith in. This is something that should build your faith. We know that we're gonna rule over our oppressors, man.
Right.
That's literally the gospel. We're going to be, let's read it. Isaiah 61, Bob Strap.
This is Isaiah 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
So the gospel is literally the freeing of the captives and the day of the, read that last part, Marcus.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
And that day of vengeance is going to be tough for the Esau, man. It's going to be tough. He's going to go down. And that's just something that we're looking for. That's the good news. That's the gospel, right? Is it morning?
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste, they shall rise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
I don't know how Christians get around that. I don't know. That's the gospel. I don't know how they get around that, how they read that and know that, but somehow everybody's gonna be equal in the kingdom. That's weird. Let's go to Proverbs 14 and 12. I believe that's it. And let's go to Revelation 14 and 12. 14 and 12. What's that say? Okay, here we go.
This is Revelation 14, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahushua.
So the saints of the Most High God are going to be keeping the commandments of the Lord and believing on the Mashiach Yahushua. That's how you're going to be able to enjoy these beautiful things that are about to be bestowed onto Israel. That's how you're going to have them service in the kingdom of heaven. That's how you're going to be pardoned and excluded from the judgments that are coming upon the earth, is keeping the commandments and believing on Mashiach Yahushua, which we got to do on a daily basis. Let's go to Baruch 4:1. Because we got to go into keeping the commandments. Come here, the word. You got 2 minutes? You believe in the Bible? When you on the way out, brother, 2 minutes. Some people are too cold for the Bible. Quotation marks.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever.
For what?
And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life.
Come to death.
All they that keep it shall come to life. But such as leave it shall die.
So if you leave off from the laws, statutes, and commandments, all you have to look for is death. Death. It's death. The cold death, man. And that's about, if any brother got any other scriptures, that's all I got. Man, it's time for us to repent and come back to God, man. And with that, we give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, HaMashiach, Yahushua. Shalom, Barakatah.